Good morning, America. New storms on the move. Icy roads sending this SUV skidding into a tow truck in Vermont. The West hit with new rounds of heavy rain, strong winds, and mountain snow as the South braces for tornadoes and hail, and millions get ready to hit the roads and take to the skies. The post-Christmas travel rush ramping up right now. What to expect if you're heading home this morning.
Urgent investigation. The deadly plane crash overseas, this passenger jet plummeting from the sky. Chaos in the cabin, the plane breaking apart on impact. At least 38 people killed, but miraculously, dozens pulled from the wreckage alive. This morning, the search for answers. How did it happen?
Chaos in New York. A taxi jumping the sidewalk near Macy's iconic Manhattan store, plowing into a crowd, injuring 6 people. What we know this morning.
Costco egg recall alert. The FDA raising its warning to the highest level. What you need to know before you eat breakfast.
New twist in the Hollywood feud between Blake Lively and her It Ends With Us director and co-star Justin Baldoni.
I thought we were friends.
Why his former publicist is now suing the actor and his crisis PR team days after Lively filed a complaint accusing him of sexual harassment and a smear campaign.
A very royal Christmas. The Windsors keeping with tradition. King Charles and Princess Kate smiling as the royal family celebrates the holiday. Their message to the public this morning after a challenging year.
The Beyonce Bowl. Queen Bee slays on Christmas Day, performing an epic halftime show with all-star guests, including the Blue Ivy. The family affair bringing down the house, and the games giving the gift of instant classics with a LeBron and Steph face off on the court.
Curry puts up a three. Bang! He ties the game.
Travis Kelce.
Mahomes to Kelce. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And Lamar Jackson shattering records.
Jackson holds Jackson.
We have all the highlights.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
Good morning, Beyonce. Good morning, America. So good to be here. Weekend GMA takeover here.
Yes.
Dani right here. I'm still digesting those ricotta cookies from Aunt Neen.
They look so good. They look really good.
So good. All right. So listen, Beyonce really owned Christmas. Sorry, Santa. We have more on that and the big games.
And you guys actually watched sports for the first
That's
time.
what he keeps saying. We didn't watch sports. We watched
the Beyonce Bowl.
Beyonce would do it.
The Beyonce Bowl, yes.
Yeah.
And after you've exchanged gifts, what's left? Well, of course, more shopping. Sounds good to me. We'll tell you where to find some of the best post-Christmas sales and what you should know before you head to the stores with any returns. And while you're out, don't forget to grab your Mega Millions ticket. The jackpot's still going up after there was no winner on Christmas Eve. We'll tell you more about that coming up.
You can't win
if you don't play.
That's right. All right, we are live this morning also at the New Year's Eve ball. That's the number 5 right there, arriving at 1 Times Square. We will be there as it gets attached as we count down to 2025, less than a week away.
But we do begin here with that post-Christmas storm, the atmospheric river pounding the West Coast right now, and the tornado threat in the South. Meteorologist Dani Beckstrom from our New York station WABC right here following it all. Good morning, Dani.
Hey, good morning. I love that you said good morning to Beyonce specifically. I too would like to say good morning to Beyonce specifically. It's a really active holiday weather-wise. We're talking large hail in parts of Texas. Here in New York City, the first white Christmas in 15 years. But we weren't the only ones with a white Christmas. Overnight, millions experiencing a white Christmas. Up to a foot of snow in parts of New England, creating dangerous road conditions. A frightening scene in Vermont when this SUV skidded on ice, slamming into a vehicle being loaded onto a tow truck. One of the drivers suffered minor injuries. In the Rocky Mountains, near Salt Lake City, this avalanche buried a snowmobiler after carrying him 150 yards. Thankfully, he had a locator beacon, and his brother found him and dug him out in time. In California, the remnants of the powerful Christmas Eve storm, waves reaching more than 30 feet just days after this historic wharf collapsed in Santa Cruz. Newly released drone video showing the extent of the damage. The wharf abruptly split, handrails dangling towards the ocean. And another round of severe storms on tap in parts of Texas up through Arkansas and Louisiana today. We're talking damaging wind gusts, large hail, and even a few tornadoes possible. Major metro areas under that severe weather threat. Houston into Waco, up through Alexandria. We're on the west. This is Cottonwood Canyon. A lot of happy skiers and snowboarders. You have to drive through this canyon to get to some of the best snow on Earth. A few more storms on the way. This next one bringing heavy rain and mountain snow, avalanche warnings in parts of Oregon and Washington, wind alerts as well. We're talking near the coast there in Oregon, 4 to 8 inches of rain with feet of snow for parts of the Cascades through the Wasatch Front. Here in New York, we're also thawing out a little bit as we welcome in the new year, but that comes with rounds of rain as well. So it looks like we could ring in 2025 on the wet side in the Northeast. But hey, at least we're thawing out, which is a nice change of pace. I'll send it back to you, Gio.
All right, thank you so much.
I'll take it from here now to the post-Christmas travel rush. Millions are heading home while others are getting an early start on their New Year's travel. Lucky for us, our chief transportation correspondent, also our friend Gio here sitting on the desk. Okay, so Gio, let's start with the roads. What do folks need to know as they're heading out?
So look, sorry. It is going to be very, very busy. This is expected to be one of the busiest travel days of the season. Expect the roads to be jammed up too. And oh, look at that. You're looking at Philly right now from 6 ABC Action News right there. That's a live shot, I-95. And you can just see we are seeing many cars on the roads right now. Of the 119 million people expected to travel over the holiday season, 90% of them are going to drive. And if you're among those millions hitting the road, well, AAA tells us that the best time to drive is before 11 a.m. Expect plenty of traffic between noon and 5 p.m. Los Angeles, I got to tell you, no stranger to gridlock, right? But you're expected to see the heaviest traffic heading out of the city today.
Okay, so that's interesting. And obviously, Gio, when we're talking about flying, my sister was visiting, Whit had family visiting, lots of people flying, and the airports are busy sort of like all through this holiday season.
And that's what's so interesting about this, because we haven't seen this kind of thing before, but that's really what we're seeing. We're seeing travelers just peak just before and after the holiday. That's what we usually see. Now we're seeing them consistently busy at airports across the country just about every day. Today, Hopper says 3.5 million people are expected to fly, which would make it among the busiest days of the season. Things are actually looking really smooth right now. I did check the numbers, but pay attention to the weather because that could always throw a curveball, right? American Airlines says that operations are normal this morning after a brief ground stop of all flights on Christmas Eve. The airline says that technical issue that caused that disruption has now been fully resolved. But, you know, if you have those cancellations, just make sure that you know the airline's rules because you are eligible for refunds.
Good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to stay on top of it. Gio, thanks so much. Appreciate that. We do turn now to the deadly plane crash in Kazakhstan. Dozens killed on a passenger jet, but there were also dozens of survivors pulled from the wreckage. Inez De La Catera is tracking the latest for us. Inez, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. A nationwide day of mourning declared today for the plane's victims, but still lots of questions this morning as to what may have caused the plane to crash.
New video this morning shows the harrowing moments aboard this Kazakhstan air flight shortly before it crashed. The plane losing and gaining altitude erratically, at one point aiming straight towards the ground before leveling off, then suddenly shooting up. About a minute later, it begins its final descent before crashing into the ground and exploding. Remarkably, there were more than 24 survivors seen here pulled from the wreckage. The gut-wrenching scene as rescue crews rushed to the crash site, searching through burnt debris, surrounded by what remains of the plane, the tail torn off, turned upside down. Of the 67 people on board, 38, including both pilots, were killed. 29 survived and are hospitalized, including 2 children. Some of those survivors are in critical condition. New video from inside the cabin showing the moments before the crash, passengers wearing oxygen masks, life vests on seats, and damage to the plane's wing is visible. Russian news agencies report Azerbaijan Airlines flight J2-8243 was headed to Russia but rerouted to Aktau, Kazakhstan due to fog. According to Kazakhstan authorities, the preliminary report suggests the crash may have been due to a bird strike leading to engine failure. But according to the Wall Street Journal, some experts questioning whether Russian air defenses connected to the war in Ukraine may have played a role in the crash.
One thing that is fairly clear is that the pilots were having trouble controlling the airplane, and that's probably one of the key factors in the crash.
Authorities report the plane's black boxes have been recovered.
And guys, we know Russia had recently defended the area from Ukrainian drone attacks. When asked whether the plane may have been fired upon by air defenses, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov told reporters it would be wrong to speculate before the investigation is complete.
Certainly still outstanding questions. Inez, thank you. Back here at home now to the scary incident outside Macy's flagship store in Herald Square. A taxi jumped the curb, injuring several people who were walking in the area. Rena Roy joins us now with the latest. Rena, that is terrifying, especially on Christmas.
Hey, Janae, good morning. Yeah, so scary. Massive crowds of tourists were enjoying Christmas Day in the heart of Midtown Manhattan when this happened at an iconic holiday location. Police say that yellow cab plowed into people who were walking on the sidewalk on 34th Street and 6th Avenue. As you said, that is right near Macy's flagship store in Herald Square, which is famous for its Christmas festivities. 6 people in total were hit by the car, including a mother and a 9-year-old boy. You can see the front of the car badly damaged. Now, police believe this was an accident, that the 58-year-old taxi driver suffered a possible medical episode, causing him to jump the curb. 3 people were rushed to the hospital in serious but stable condition, thankfully expected to be okay. Whit.
All right, Rena, thank you so much. We turn now to the new FDA warning about recalled eggs from Costco over salmonella risk. The agency now raising the alert to the highest level. Morgan Norwood joins us now with the latest. Morgan, good morning.
Hey, good morning to you. This is really concerning. So the FDA is escalating its warning on those recalled eggs from Handsome Brook Farms. They were distributed by Costco under the label Kirkland Signature Organic Pasture Raised. Well, they are now under a Class 1 alert. It's the most serious level, and the FDA says that means there's a reasonable probability use of or exposure to the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death. Now, the recall involves more than 10,000 24-count cartons distributed in 25 Costco stores across Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, the Carolinas. So we're looking at the South there. So far, no reports of any illness, but salmonella isn't something to take lightly. Don't play with it. We've got symptoms like stomach cramps, nausea, diarrhea. That can hit 6 hours to 6 days after exposure. And if you've consumed those eggs and are experiencing severe symptoms, you may need to see a doctor. So listen up. If you have bought eggs from Costco recently, you want to check your fridge. The recalled cartons have the code 327 and a use by date of January 5th. Return them to Costco for a full refund or toss them out. If you have consumed those eggs and are experiencing, again, those severe symptoms, you may need to see a doctor. Gio?
All right, just incredible and very serious. Thank you so much, Morgan. We're going to turn now to the holiday spending figures just out this morning. Strong numbers for both online and brick and mortar stores. Elizabeth Schulze is here with the details on that. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Gio. And this is a first look at the report card for holiday shopping, and it's looking very merry and bright. This new report this morning from MasterCard Spending Pulse shows that between November 1st and December 24th, overall retail sales increased almost 4% compared to a year ago, and we are seeing big growth in e-commerce. Online purchases surged almost 7% from last year, while sales in store were up about 3%. Now, as far as where shoppers spent their money, one of the categories where spending was up the most is apparel online. People buying clothes as gifts, or if you're like me, maybe for themselves. Jewelry and electronics also popular, while shopping at department stores did grow at a much slower pace. A key theme of this holiday shopping season has been value. Consumers are willing to spend if they can get a good deal, and retailers responded by offering promotions earlier than ever. But there are always procrastinators out there. 1/10 of all holiday sales came between December 20th and the 24th in that last-minute dash for all those gifts, Gio.
All right. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And we have where you can find the top post-Christmas sales. All of that coming up. Jeanette.
All right. Well, now to our favorite part, right, Gio? Christmas of sports action. The traditional NBA games and the NFL hoping to start their own with Christmas Day games. But look, it was Beyonce who stole the show with a blockbuster halftime performance. Andrew Dimber is here with the highlights. Andrew, it was the best Super Bowl halftime show, and it wasn't the Super Bowl.
That's right, Janae. And sports fans know those unwritten rules you kind of talked about there in the calendar. The NFL usually gets Thanksgiving, college football New Year's Day, baseball has 4th of July, and Christmas is reserved for the NBA. Well, not anymore. Football, basketball, Beyonce. 16 From the NFL to the NBA, Christmas Day bringing fans plenty of cheer. As is tradition, the NBA tipped off with 5 marquee games, including a nail-biter between the Lakers and Warriors, an instant classic with LeBron and Steph Curry going shot for shot.
Curry puts up a 3.
LA eking out the win with a last-second layup from Austin Reeves, winning 115 to 113. The Spurs took on the Knicks in New York.
And here goes Minnie. Incredible magic!
As ESPN presented its version of that game in animated form, Dunk the Halls from Disney World, the first animated presentation of an NBA game. And from the hardwood to the gridiron, another new first. The game streaming live on Netflix, the platform hoping to prove it could handle millions of viewers after buffering trouble during the Mike Tyson fight. The streamer bringing the star power. Can it really be Christmas without the Queen? Mariah Carey kicking off the Steelers-Chiefs showdown with a recorded performance. Before Travis Kelce set a franchise record, scoring his 77th touchdown.
Mahomes to Kelce, touchdown Chiefs.
Helping the Chiefs steamroll the Steelers and locking up that #1 seed.
For the present, you get home field advantage, my man.
Yes, sir.
In Houston, the Ravens running away with a 31-2 victory. Lamar Jackson running into the record books as the new all-time leading rushing quarterback. But the real headline was at halftime. Beyoncé stealing the stage with her much-anticipated performance. Daughter Blue Ivy even joining mom on the field for the Cowboy Carter fun. And if you missed Queen Bee's epic performance, fear not, because Netflix will actually be releasing her halftime show as a standalone special. You can watch it on repeat
and
over
all
and
of us
over
will
and
be
over.
watching it all
right?
over.
Oh, when she says spin me in the middle, Blue, and we have more on Beyonce scoring big for Christmas coming up in Pop News. It just was adorable.
I just love that the two of you were like, are you watching the football game right now? 'Cause like you do every weekend.
Every week, right.
Of course. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Coming up here, a lot to cover on GMA. The new development in the scandal rocking Hollywood. Blake Lively's claim of a smear campaign by her It Ends With Us director and co-star.
Plus, Becky Worley is tracking the post-Christmas sales. Hey, Becky.
Hey, good morning, everybody. The holiday may be over, but it is the perfect time to shop. I'm going to tell you the best ways to save on toys, decor, and a lot more, and why this year stocking up to save may make more sense than ever. It's all coming up.
Oh, we love that, Becky. Thank you. But first, let's go back to Dani Beckstrom in for Ginger. Hey, Becky. Hey, Dani. Oh, my gosh. All the names.
I'm sorry. Ginger is the nicest
Ginger,
thing
Becky.
anyone has ever called me. Thank you so much. All right, it was really nice working with you guys.
Already? You're on the move.
Out.
Just
Listen,
like that.
I was horribly offended by the misname.
But you're going to help celebrate
No,
New
I'm
Year's,
kidding.
right?
I am getting to do a dream assignment this morning. I'm going to go see a really high five. We're sending the 5 up to Times Square to ring in the new year, and I'm excited. I'm leaving.
Perfect.
I'm going.
Have
Okay,
fun.
bye. Oh, I've never run in heels. I've never run, period, but especially in heels.
She's on
Bye,
the
guys.
move, and we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back to GMA. You are looking live high above Times Square, where they're getting ready to ring in the new year in a few days. But something's missing. Do you see that? It just says 202. Well, guess what? We are there. We're going to be there. When they give the year a high five, that's where Dani's going to be. That's just ahead.
That's right. We're going to help put the finishing touches on it, right? As we,
What was that
What is
instrument?
this? I don't know what this is.
She was doing that. She was doing
Dance
the
music, got extra sound effects happening. A lot going on this morning. First, though, the top headlines that we're following right now. Scary moments at Sky Harbor International Airport in Phoenix when shots were fired. A security checkpoint closed as airport police investigated, finding that 3 people were shot in a terminal restaurant. 2 people were detained. Police say all 5 of those involved were known to each other. Pet food company Northwest Naturals is voluntarily recalling 2-pound bags of its raw and frozen feline turkey recipe as officials in Oregon investigate the bird flu death of a cat linked to the food. And Los Angeles County health officials are warning pet owners not to feed their dogs and cats raw food. Health officials have already warned against feeding cats raw milk after several were infected and later died. And if you thought that the bald eagle was the official bird of the United States, you're right. Well, now you are anyway. A couple days ago, a different story. Listen to this. President Joe Biden just signing the designation into law on Christmas Eve. The bald eagle has been a feature on the official seal of the United States since 1782, but it wasn't official.
But it wasn't official?
It wasn't official. Now it is.
Now it is.
Yes.
All right. This is also official. The Mega Millions jackpot is growing after no one won that billion-dollar drawing on Christmas Eve. The prize is now $1.15 billion. It's the 5th largest in the game's history. The drawing is tomorrow night. I mean, things can change in the blink of an eye for someone, right?
Don't give me the odds.
No odds here. And we've got a lot more ahead here, including this, the post-Christmas sales that are happening right now. All of it is coming up.
You know how much you could win if you won that Mega Millions, how much you could buy. All right, now to the latest on the legal bombshell that is rocking Hollywood. Blake Lively accusing her It Ends With Us co-star and director Justin Baldoni of trying to ruin her reputation. Well, now Baldoni is being hit with a lawsuit that supports Lively's claims of a smear campaign. Diane Macedo is joining us, tracking it all. There are a lot of developments here. Diane, good morning.
There sure are. Good morning, Janae. So in this new lawsuit, Baldoni's former publicist is detailing an alleged plot to destroy both her reputation and Blake Lively's. And she says it came to light when she found those now infamous text messages on a former employee's work phone.
This morning, a new lawsuit filed against It Ends With Us director and lead actor Justin Baldoni.
Come on. What are you doing?
Baldoni's former publicist, Stephanie Jones, is suing the actor and his crisis PR team for alleged breach of contract and defamation. The suit accuses the crisis team, including Jones's former employee, of scheming to bury and destroy co-star Blake Lively to protect Baldoni, and then blamed Jones for the smear campaign. The suit also alleges Jones discovered the scheme via text messages and other communications on that former employee's company phone. Baldoni did not respond to ABC's request for comment on the Jones lawsuit. It comes just days after Lively filed a complaint accusing Baldoni of sexual harassment and a retaliatory smear campaign. Baldoni's attorney has called Lively's allegations, quote, completely false, outrageous, and intentionally salacious.
I thought we were friends.
We are friends.
Since Lively's filing, Baldoni has been dropped by his talent agency. His podcast co-host left the show, and a women's organization just rescinded an award they had given him.
As your best friend, Lily, if you take him back, I will never speak to you again.
Now Jenny Slate, who plays Lively's best friend and Baldoni's sister in the film, is speaking out in support of Lively, saying, I commend my friend, I admire her bravery, and I stand by her side.
And Slate is just the latest cast member to publicly support Lively. Her co-star Brandon Sklar also shared Lively's complaint on Instagram, urging followers to read it and tagged her with the heart emoji. As for Lively's complaint, that's now with the California Civil Rights Department. It could take months to make it to court, so we could be reporting on this one for quite a while.
Wow. Really interesting how this has developed over time, too. New details. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate it. We turn now to the danger of home fires during the holidays. This is the peak time of year for cooking fires and other kinds of house fires. Our Matt Gutman takes us into the flames to show us some important tips on how to keep you and your family safe.
Our priority is going to be remove all victims.
Heart-stopping rescues.
There's somebody in there. Come here.
Watch as fire teams in Fresno rip this person from a raging inferno. First responders in Georgia saving a child that had to be thrown from a third-story balcony. With cooking fires peaking around the holidays, experts warn, do not try to fight a fire yourself. Get out and then call 911. Here at the Delaware County Emergency Training Center in 2019, Underwriter Laboratories built us this model home, and under the supervision of the Philadelphia Fire Department, we're going to light it up to teach you how to get your family out safely.
Everything in this room is synthetic. That means that it's made out of oil. The sofas, the carpet, all of that burns. Now, 30, 40 years ago, everything here might have been naturally made. Now, it is going to be much more flammable. Back in the day, you had about 17 minutes to get out of the house. Now you have only 3 minutes, which is why it's so important to get out fast.
Working smoke alarms are critical to giving you those precious moments.
Don't worry about the pictures on the walls. Don't worry about your keys or your wallet. Get out of the house, then call 911.
The room quickly erupts.
It's cooking right through that couch. We're gonna move back.
And with the safety of my respirator, I stay inside to demonstrate just how dangerous it can be if you wait too long to leave.
400 degrees and the air is obviously unbreathable.
Just a few breaths without a mask would knock me unconscious.
That's why in a situation like this, you're gonna wanna stay low and go. The lower you are, the cooler it is, and the cleaner the air is. So I'm gonna be walking out of here on my knees.
I make my way outside and enter back in through a door specifically designed for this demonstration. all to show you how sleeping with your bedroom door closed could give you potentially life-saving minutes if a fire breaks out in the middle of the night.
Now, the majority of deaths in house fires occur in the middle of the night. You might be sleeping, you wake up, you notice something is wrong. First thing to do, touch the door. Is it hot? Is the handle hot? If it is, do not open this door. Keep it closed. It's your fire shield. It's gonna keep you safe. Outside this door, it's 1,000 degrees. Don't open that door.
If you're trapped, call 911.
They're about to put this fire out.
Once the fire's out, our expert Steve Kerber shows us why it's so important to close before you doze. This bedroom had the door left open.
You got soot all over the ceiling, the pictures are melted.
And our room with the door closed.
Wow, you can see how it buckled outwards, right? Absolutely, and you can see here the big difference between burned up in the hallway, pristine in the bedroom. Incredible.
One survivable, the other experts say may not be. For Good Morning America, Matt Gutman, ABC News, Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania.
Truly important information. Our thanks to Matt Gutman for that.
Now with the start of the post-Christmas sales season, retailers slashing prices to clear inventory. So we sent out GMA consumer correspondent Becky Worley to find us those best deals. Good morning, Becky.
Gio, good morning. Yeah, it's an interesting season, and I go a little macroeconomics to determine how good the discounts are. So here's the big picture. According to data from the National Retail Federation, holiday sales growing 2.5% to 3.5% from last year. It's been very predictable sales, moderate, roughly in line with retailers' expectations. That means they probably aren't drowning in inventory, no fire sales, but they will need to clear holiday items and gift selections. Plus, retailers always compete with each other at peak sales times for your dollar, and December 26th is one of those peak sales. So let's get into it. Old Navy is going to offer 50 to 70% off of their entire inventory. Gap offering an extra 50% off of markdowns. Athleta has 30% off your whole purchase. Madewell up to 60% off. Target up to 50% off shoes and clothing for kids and adults, plus 50% or more off of those holiday PJ sets and holiday decor. So take some of that cash in those gift cards and go spend it, I guess.
You got Janae's attention on the whole inventory part. She's like, whole
the
inventory?
50 to 70%, that's huge.
All right, so you also say consumers should double down on holiday decor. Explain that.
Yeah, think about all the little holiday items that you buy, like pretty outside lights, blow-up decorations, gift tags, trinkets. Almost all of those are on sale right now. And here's the thing that's unique this year. They're made overseas, so the looming tariffs proposed by the incoming Trump administration could raise prices on those things considerably next year. So you want to go see where those are on sale. Kohl's has holiday decor on sale for 50% off. Target also offering 50% off of holiday decor. And I can't tell you exactly what the savings will be, but one of the best places for these kind of deals, your local and big pharmacy chain. They historically slash prices on everything.
And Becky, when you said now could be a good time to stock up, I didn't think about toys, but you have a really genius idea.
Janae, I know that you're going to go to about 300 birthday parties this
Literally.
year, so today is the day to buy some toys. This is the spend to save philosophy, where a little stockpiling may stretch this month's paycheck, but could save you a bundle through the year, especially if those tariffs come in. So Target has up to 50% off of games, dolls, and plush toys. Macy's 30% off of select toys from Barbie and Hot Wheels. Also check Walmart and Amazon for their deals of the day. And if you're lucky enough to still have a local toy shop, a stroll in there today could net you some great deals.
Yeah, such a good idea, Becky. Thank you so much. And hey, Becky's going to be back a little later on with the rules of the road for returns. And those are the rules that I break all the time.
Right. That's true.
We're glad you said it.
Yes, you did. And with our play of the day, and we're just days away from the new year, Dani Beckstrom is on the 22nd floor of One Times Square, way up there, where they are getting ready for the iconic ball drop that will ring in 2025. Dani, you've got the hard hat on, the gear, you're ready to go.
Listen, it was always my dream to wear a hard hat on GMA, and you guys are in the business of dream making, so here I am. You know, when I said one day I hope to be on a billboard at Times Square, I should have clarified, not literally on top of a billboard, but in the billboard. Right now, we are 22 stories up, one Times Square, just a beautiful look at Times Square here. But this isn't even the main event. I'm gonna swing the camera around here. Here she is in all her glory. This is the 5 of 2025. Rumor has it the new year doesn't arrive without this thing being hoisted. Now 5 is going to meet its friends 202 up at the top here at Times Square. And lucky for us, we actually get to issue the command to have this hoisted. No one should have ever given me this much power. But on the count of 5, because obviously, we're gonna lift this thing. Are you guys ready? Okay, I heard it's his first time, but it's also my first time. We're in it together. I'm ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hoist! Blast off! I mean, look at it. It's gorgeous. And I have some fun facts for you. Okay, you guys ready back at the studio here? The first time that we had a New Year's Eve celebration here in Times Square was 1904, but the first time we had numbers in a ball, that was in 1907, which means these numbers in the ball tradition are older than, I don't know, Alaska, Hawaii. In 1907 is actually when Oklahoma became a state. So that's how long this tradition has been standing. And we can also reveal here on GMA that this is the final time that this current ball and number set is actually going to be hoisted before it ends up being retired. Now don't worry, it's going to have a very happy retirement, going to the Time Travel Museum here at One Times Square. So if you want to see these numbers in person, they're incredible. I mean, that thing was taller than me. I'm not very tall, I'll be honest.
I was gonna say, Dani, you made that sound real big.
Join us, friends, on the top of Times Square.
Fantastic.
Janae, Gio, and Whit, I feel so lucky.
Thank you so much, Dani. You're so lucky, so are we. Stick around, there's more GMA coming up after this.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. New storms on the move. Icy roads sending this SUV skidding into a tow truck in Vermont. The west hit with new rounds of heavy rain, strong winds, and mountain snow as the south braces for tornadoes and hail.
Returns 101. You got the gifts. Now what to do with the ones that didn't quite fit right and the ones that just aren't right for you. We've got everything you need to know, from what you can do with gift cards for stores you don't shop at to the deadlines for returns so you don't get banned as you bring everything back.
Defying gravity.
And we're looking back at a wicked good year.
Oh, hello.
From the musical that defied gravity to Deadpool and Wolverine blowing up the box office to Moana sailing back into our hearts. Plus, Charlie XCX making Brat a good thing and the 90s making a comeback. It's our obsessions of 2024 as we say, Good Morning America.
Some things I cannot change, but till I try.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA.
Good morning, America. Are you fixing your lipstick there?
I was. I didn't realize the camera was already off.
Hey, post-Christmas morning. We got stuff to do.
We're just trying to make it.
We're getting through it, though. We got Janae and Gio at the desk. Great to be with you all this morning. And we're very excited because we're getting ready for the big party on New Year's Eve. We just helped the famous New Year's Ball turn into 2025 to help bring in the new year. About 1 billion people, guys, around the world will be watching when that ball drops less than a week from now.
Think about that. 1 billion people all together,
cool.
all
yes.
focused on it. Yeah, that is beautiful. Special. And we've got a winter wellness guide for you. Dr. Kameelah Phillips is here with everything from ways to stay active to foods to help boost your immune system. We've got the tips to help you feel your best as we get through these kind of drudgy winter months.
That's what you were just doing. You were just exercising.
Just trying to feel my best.
Plus, we've got the latest on those 2 major strikes, Starbucks and Amazon. Who's back at work this morning?
But first, a look at the top stories breaking at 8 this morning, starting with meteorologist Dani Beckstrom with the latest on those storms targeting the west and the south, just as millions are returning home after the holidays. Dani, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Wei. Yeah, this active pattern really continues. I want to start with a look at some flooding in Texas on Christmas Eve. This is just outside of Dallas and Weatherford. They dealt with several inches of rain, but even parts of Houston dealing with flooding as well. Another round of potentially severe weather expected today. Severe storms forecast in parts of Texas up through Arkansas into Louisiana. Our primary concerns, damaging wind, large hail, and a few tornadoes. And we're talking major metro areas under this severe weather threat, like Houston up through Waco into Alexandria. Cottonwood Canyon, Utah, this is on the west coast. Beautiful look as snow falls there. More coming. Another storm system pushing into the west is going to bring heavy mountain snow and significant rain. We're looking at avalanche warnings in parts of Washington and Oregon. High wind alerts everywhere shaded in yellow, and then winter weather advisories into Utah and Idaho, where we're talking feet of snow falling. And that heavy rain, a big deal as well. Near Medford, we could see 4 to 8 inches of rain, and then snow up through the Cascades near Sun Valley, 1 to 3 feet. We could see that in parts of Jackson Hole, down through Park City as well. Janae?
All right, Danny, thank you for that. Now to the latest on the high-profile strikes during the holiday season. Starbucks workers are back now on the job, while the strike that's impacting Amazon is on pause. Elizabeth Schulze is back with the very latest there. Hey, Elizabeth.
Hey, Janae. Well, Starbucks employees are back at work this morning after a 5-day strike that the union is calling the biggest in its history. The Starbucks Workers United Union says 5,000 baristas demanding higher wages walked off the job on Christmas Eve, shutting down more than 300 stores across 43 states. Now, Starbucks points out that is just a fraction of the more than 10,000 locations that it owns across the U.S. And the coffee chain accuses the union of walking away from the bargaining table, saying we are ready to continue negotiations over pay and benefits. Meantime, that week-long Amazon strike is also now on pause. The Teamsters Union tells us that delivery workers picketed at more than 200 Amazon locations nationwide, seeking better pay and better working conditions. Amazon insists that the strike didn't have any impact on operations and delivery of holiday packages. But big picture, both of these unions say their fight is not over. There were already more strikes last year than in any year since 2000, and that trend does appear to be intensifying, guys.
All right, something to watch. Elizabeth Schulze, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Coming up here on our GMA morning menu, Returns 101, what you can do about the holiday gifts that you don't want, including those gift cards.
Why are you looking at me? Also ahead here, getting financially fit for the new year, moves to make the most of your money before January 1st and beyond.
And hey, I'm gonna let you finish, but we have more on Beyonce's gifts to her fans. Her spectacular NFL halftime performance, that's coming up with Will in Pop News. And we have a winter glow-up guide for all skin types. Expert Maya Allen is here with advice for making your skin look and feel amazing this time of year. You don't want to miss that. It's all coming up right here on GMA. Stick around. Time now for our GMA cover story. The Christmas messages from King Charles and Princess Kate after a year of medical battles for both royals. Lama Hassan is in London with that. Good morning to you, Lama.
Yeah, good morning to you, Janae. It's that time of year again when most people gather around their TVs to watch the monarch's Christmas Day message, reflecting on the last 12 months. And this year, it's no surprise the King's address is a more personal and poignant one, offering his heartfelt thanks to the medical staff who helped him and his family.
King Charles leading his family on the royal ramble to church for their Christmas Day service, joined by Princess Kate, Prince William and their children, George, Charlotte and Louis, full of energy as they made their way. Fans gathering to wish the family well after a tumultuous year, with both the King and Princess Kate diagnosed with cancer.
The Sandringham crowds were particularly excited to see the royal family yesterday because it's been such a difficult year for them. Kate was beaming and there was a lot of excitement to see her because she has been really missed on the world stage.
In his Christmas Day address, King Charles breaking from tradition, recording his message from a former hospital chapel rather than a royal palace.
From a personal point of view, I offer special heartfelt thanks to the selfless doctors and nurses who this year have supported me and other members of my family through the uncertainties and anxieties of illness.
The King thanking the medical staff that helped him and his family.
I'm deeply grateful, too, to all those who have offered us their own kind words of sympathy and encouragement.
Meanwhile, his daughter-in-law, Kate, stressing the importance of love and empathy in her Christmas Carol concert, which aired on Christmas Eve.
It is love,
which is the greatest gift we can receive, not just at Christmas, but every day of our lives.
Now, as for what we can expect from the royals in 2025, well, we know that Princess Kate is taking on more royal duties, and while King Charles's cancer treatment will continue into next year, he is hoping to have a busy schedule of visits, and he's even planning on going on more overseas trips. Guys, a positive sign of his progress.
Yes, it certainly is. Lama Hassan for us. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Time now for post-holiday returns 101. According to the National Retail Federation, returns for the entire retail industry are expected to reach nearly $900 billion this year.
I got at least $1 billion of that.
Yeah, and Gio's making up for 800 of that. Becky Worley is back to tell us the best ways to unload all those returns. Becky, good morning to you once again. So how much time do we actually have to make these returns before it's too late?
Yeah, Whit, I can help most people with this, maybe not Gio, but here's the deal. The windows have changed. In order to get shoppers to buy gifts as early as Halloween, stores had to change their 30-day return windows. Not all did, but here are the big ones. So Amazon, most items purchased between November 1st and December 31st can be returned all the way through till January 31st. Apple-branded products have a slightly tighter timeline. They're due by January 15th if you want to swap them out. If you bought directly from Apple between November 8th and December 25th, those products have to be returned by January 8th. So that is tight. At Target, most new unopened items can be returned for a full refund within 90 days of purchase. So that does mandate kind of knowing when the gift was bought.
Yes, and you said new and unopened, so Gio, you can't return your Target Christmas decorations now. But returns, Becky, can be a hassle. So what's a way to make them easier?
Okay, so here's the process. Start online. You want to sign into your account for your options. And hey, give that chatbot down in the little corner a try. The AI has gotten a lot better, especially with returns. And here are the questions to figure out no matter where you go on the site. If you bought it online, can you return it in store? What are your drop-off location options? Can you just take in the QR code once you start the return and use your phone? Or do you need to print out a label and box it up with tape and everything? Amazon doesn't make you box products if you return it to Whole Foods, Kohl's, and the UPS store, guys.
Okay, Becky, so hear me out here. So you get to the returns desk and you realize, oh no, I forgot my receipt. What do I do? What do we need to keep in mind when we're making these returns?
Right, so if you're headed into store, here's some things. One, you need that receipt if you can, but two, bring ID. The National Retail Federation reports more than 13% of returns in 2023 were fraudulent. So now a lot of stores want to see your ID and will track your returns. Other things to note, don't open the box if you can help it. Hopefully you have that receipt, but if you don't, you can use your loyalty number or the loyalty number of the person who bought you the gift if you can't find the receipt.
What about, Becky, gift cards to stores where you don't actually shop, but you don't want the money to go to waste? What are some options with that?
Yeah, the whole gift card roulette here is real. So here's the tip. Sell the gift cards you don't want. There are sites that buy them and will give you cash. I don't recommend using an online marketplace, Craigslist, the like. Instead, use a dedicated gift card reseller. There's one that's an app called GCX. This was formerly Raise. And then there's a website, cardcash.com, and you can sell the gift cards for a slight discount off of face value. It's kind of a genius solution.
Awesome tips, Becky. Thank you so much. And don't forget to get that receipt emailed to you, too, so that way you have it stored right there on your computer. Appreciate you as always. All right, we're going to turn now to Taylor, Beyonce, Demure, Glicked, pink and green, everything, right? So much more. 2024 was a year of obsessions. And in tonight's primetime special, the year 2024, Nightline co-anchor Juju Chang taps into our passions of the year. Take a look at this.
Oh, hello.
Very demure, very mindful.
Demure may be Dictionary.com's word of the year, but what comes to mind when thinking about our 2024 obsessions?
Glorious.
Oh, the year 2024? Are you kidding?
I think we are obsessed with obsessions.
One of the most important questions in 2024, what kind of summer did you have?
I knew you were going to ask me what Brat's summer was.
Charli XCX not only went up the pop charts, she went on the Pantone color chart as well.
And back in style, 90s fashion.
Cargo shorts are back. It's my time.
I recognize my place in it all, and it is to not go back to wearing capri pants.
People did go back to movie theaters in 2024.
Maximum effort.
Especially when two of the biggest comic characters joined forces.
Deadpool and Wolverine, it grossed over $1.3 billion at the box office.
Come on! Yeah, I blew it. After all that, the only thing they're gonna remember is that god awful dismount.
If you were to finish the sentence, Moana is...
Moana's legacy, Moana's soul in the DNA.
Moana 2 is a mega hit. Making a splash and making history with the best Thanksgiving opening ever. And Inside Out 2 with heightened emotions.
It should be nothing but smooth sailing.
Hello! I'm anxiety. Where can I put my stuff?
And even higher box office numbers, making it the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
I will say, my butt is in seats to see new hotties in Gladiator.
If we're not gonna talk about Gladiator 2 and not start with Denzel Washington.
Girl.
And there's a rhino. There's a rhino. They flood the Coliseum, and there's sharks. I'm not even kidding.
And for anyone that grew up as a theater kid, this is a golden age of cinema. Wicked is finally a Hollywood film.
2, 1, action.
Can I call you Elfie?
Well, it's a little bit perky.
I know, and you can call me Galinda.
That is your name.
Let's not quarrel.
If last year was Barbiecore, this year is pink and green. Starbucks, Mattel, Legos, you name it, there's a Wicked collaboration involved.
Wicked flew in with the best opening of any Broadway movie adaptation ever, making it clear this year, pop culture defied gravity.
Oh, what a good year for the arts. Robin hosts the 2-hour special, The Year 2024, with more of the big trends and events of the year. You can see it tonight at 9, 8 Central right here on ABC and tomorrow on Hulu. Really exciting stuff, huh? Really amazing.
It's been a good year.
It has been.
All right, it is time now for Pop News. Will Gans is here with the winter suit you described.
The winter suit, but most importantly, this morning it's all about the Beyonce Bowl. Queen Bee's Lone Star-studded 13-minute Cowboy Carter-themed halftime show in her hometown of Houston, Texas during yesterday's NFL game. It was the first time Bee has performed anything from her Grammy-nominated Cowboy Carter album in front of an audience, and her first live televised performance in more than 4 years. I know, no wonder we were thirsty for it. Beyonce was joined by her daughter Blue Ivy Carter, Post Malone, and a denim-covered truck for Levi's jeans. Shabuzi was there as well. And we also got Tiara Kennedy, Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, and Raina Roberts during Blackbird. Janae, you called that. You saw that one coming.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Ravens-Texans game kicked off, of course, with the national anthem sung by Pentatonics, who gave GMA, I know, a backstage pass, and they sent us this message.
Hey, we are about to sing the national anthem, aka Open, for Beyonce. Or at least we're calling it that. We can't wait to see our halftime show. Can't wait to see the game. It's gonna be so fun. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. Okay, by the way, they ate that awesome. National anthem up. They were about as excited as Beyonce as the rest of us were. B is now teasing something, by the way. This is the teaser coming January 14th. Fans think it could be an announcement of a potential Cowboy Carter tour, maybe visuals for that album, or Act 3 of this Renaissance project.
Are we ready? Okay. Are we ready?
No.
We're ready?
No.
I'm ready for Act 3. But we will be.
But we will be. We'll get it together.
Yeah,
Act 3.
Totally.
All right, you guys, also in the news this morning, a Christmas update from Michael Bolton. Last year, the singer was diagnosed with a brain tumor and had to undergo surgery just before the holidays. But this year, he is home for the holidays with his family. Bolton posting this photo on Facebook, his first image with family during his cancer treatment, with the caption sending warm wishes for a holiday season filled with peace, love, and joy. May the new year bring health, happiness, and countless moments to cherish. The 2-time Grammy winner adding, here's to fresh starts and beautiful moments in 2025, which, by the way, is when he's scheduled to perform in London this summer. So he's back already.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, super excited to hear that. All right, for this next story, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips Adam Sandler.
I'm following.
That's right, putting the happy in Happy Holidays with our first look at Happy Gilmore 2. Take a look at the brand new trailer.
It's great to see you back, Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, baby!
Gilmore. McGavin.
Is that Shooter McGavin?
Shooter McGavin. You're
Go to Red Lobster and catch some grub?
So Travis Kelce is in the trailer. Julie Bowen will be back reprising her role of Virginia Bennett. And yeah, Christopher McDonald, of course, as Shooter McGavin in the upcoming sequel to the beloved 1996 comedy. Sandler shared this new teaser with the caption, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy Gilmore to all.
Yes.
At long last, you guys, somebody's closer to Happy Gilmore 2 hitting Netflix in 2025.
Things you do on television.
Nailed it. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. All right, and finally to my favorite little Christmas diva, Hannah Strickland, an 8-year-old from Florida whose love of the holidays has racked up more than 50 million views on social media. Take a look.
Okay, I'm sorry I'm wasting a lot of your money, but I'm gonna have to get a nutcracker and an ornament. I want it here. Mom, this is the best tree I ever saw in my life.
Ooh, Eiffel Tower.
Wait, can you buy these?
Look.
You can?
Yes, you can buy them.
Oh my gosh. So I spoke with Hannah and her mom, who confirmed that Hannah did in fact purchase a dolphin ornament and a macaron ornament. Hannah and her brother, you guys, they have a rare condition called cystinosis, and Mom Dawn tells me she hopes that this moment in the TikTok spotlight might translate to awareness and funds raised towards a cure. As for Hannah, I had to ask what we can do to keep the holiday happiness going now that Christmas is officially behind us. And Hannah suggests watching Ratatouille with popcorn and juice, okay? And beyond that, what's next? What do you want to be when you grow up, Hannah?
A chef in Paris.
Oh. Aha, and maybe you can have a mouse in your hat who helps you cook.
Yeah.
So by the way,
adorable.
she's the best.
Wow.
And all she wanted for Christmas was a Barbie dream house, and I can confirm here and now, she got it. Santa delivered.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And she's going to be able to cook those macarons.
Ornaments. An ornament. Yeah.
Thank you, Will Gans.
Thanks, guys.
So great. All right, coming up here, a seasonal skincare guide with how to keep your skin glowing in the winter months.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Okay, now to the importance of taking the time during the hustle and bustle of the holidays to give your skin the care it deserves. It's all about self-love and self-care. Beauty editor and expert Maya Allen is here with a winter glow-up guide for all skin types. So excited to have you here, Maya.
So excited.
To shop these brands, just scan the QR code that's right down there at the bottom of your screen. In the meantime, let's dive right into it. Let's start with exfoliating. This Paula's Choice, I used it 2 nights ago.
Yes, I think exfoliation is so important because the first order of beauty business is always about soft skin.
Yes.
Because to me, true beauty is about radiating from within,
Ooh,
right?
I love that.
And all of these products are really going to help us glow up because it's not just about a look, it's an energy. So this product is one of the most viral exfoliators of all time.
But not just viral to be viral, it's viral because it's good.
It actually works. I mean, I've been a beauty editor for the past 10 years at magazines, and every dermatologist I've interviewed loves this exfoliator.
Wow.
It's full of salicylic acid, so it really helps to exfoliate all skin types, helps with congestion and clogged pores, and it's just like a deep clean for your skin.
And then after you exfoliate, you want to make sure that the skin is hydrated.
Yes, we have to strengthen our skin barrier. I mean, Edam is an incredible Black Asian-owned skincare brand. This is an amazing moisturizer. I mean, the texture is just so fluffy.
Yeah, you were rubbing it. We were all sharing this to moisturize our hands in the break. We love this.
It just feels like a cloud.
It looks so soft.
It just seeps right in. I absolutely love the texture. I think of it as like draping my skin with this cashmere. It's amazing.
Then you've also got the Estee Lauder, the night repair cream.
I mean, arguably one of the most famous serums of all time.
Yeah.
This night repair serum is incredible. I mean, ever since I started using it in my bedtime routine, I just go to bed and then in the morning I have this I woke up like this glow.
Ooh.
It's like youth in a bottle.
Okay.
It's the secret sauce.
Youth in a bottle. So I'm excited to put that as part of my routine tonight. Once you
amazing.
soften the skin, you really, we're hydrating, we're softening, all of that. So what's this table focused on?
Yes, this is all about hydration.
Okay.
It's so important because we really want to continue to max out on moisture. We really want to recharge our skin and really layer a lot of nourishing ingredients, which is why I love this product from Topicals. This is amazing. I mean, Topicals is one of the coolest, most culture-forward brands in the business. What I love is they really focus on addressing skin conditions for all skin types. I have eczema. I've had it my whole life.
And this is good for it?
Yes. I put this on my eczema flare-ups, and it's just clinically proven to soothe all skin irritation.
I might take some home for my babies.
Yes, it relieves itchiness and dryness and any sort of inflammation, and it's all in the name. It just makes your skin feel like butter.
Tell me about this this hydration spray.
Yeah,
I'm
mean,
taking it off. Sorry, guys.
Absolutely.
Because I bet it smells really good.
It smells so good. It's like a garden on your face. I mean, it's so nice. I love this.
Go ahead, spray it. I want to smell it. Not on my face, but I want to spray it.
It's like the finest particles ever. You see that? It just makes your skin feel like you stepped out.
It does feel good. I want that on my face. Not now.
Yeah. It makes your skin feel like you stepped out of a spa.
Extra hydration.
I absolutely love it.
Okay, and then you've got one down here too. What is this one for?
Yeah,
a hyaluronic face mask.
This is a hyaluronic face mask from Sturm. This is like my skincare sidekick. It's absolutely amazing. Whenever I need hyaluronic acid on tap, I reach for this. It's a skin investment, but it's worth it.
Skin investment. Okay, we're gonna try to power through these. These are good masks, and Gio says that all the celebrities use these.
All the celebrities use these before big red carpet moments. I mean, it truly works. They're not just for show or for selfies.
This is like the three-pronged approach that you look at for optimal hydration.
I mean, I love being a part of like the Dewy Skin Club, and if you want to be a part of that movement to have the glazed donut TikTok trend, you have to use these sheet masks. They're incredible. These are also incredible cleansers. I mean, you put them underwater.
So easy.
They activate.
I love this. Easy travel too.
In 3 seconds.
Love it. Thank you so much. And you said going like the glazed donut look. That's how I like to go to bed, all moisturized up, and I can't wait to use these. Thank you so much, Maya Allen. And you at home can shop all of these products by scanning the QR code or by going to our website, goodmorningamerica.com. What, Gio? You're coming to get, he's already waiting to get some facial care.
Now, with ways to create your own holiday bonus, many of us are suffering from a holiday overspending hangover, maybe a little bit right now. So certified financial planner and founder of Inspired Capital, Alexa Von Tobel, is here with some expert tips to help set you up for success in 2025. Alexa, good morning to you. It's great to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
So we're talking about this overspending part, right? I think a lot of us are guilty of that, busting the budgets this time of year. So what are some ways to maybe make some extra cash?
Sure. So I don't know if your house is the same as mine, but it's a disaster. And I want everyone to take stock and get organized and start to make piles. So the first pile is what can you return? What do you not need? Make sure you know those dates. The second pile should be take stock of what's been in your house for the last 2 years that you haven't used. Facebook Marketplace is a great place to sell unwanted things like old baby stuff, bassinets, strollers, etc. The third bucket is, I have 3 kids. All of the kids' clothes that you grow out of, there's a great company called threadup.com, which I love. You put them in seasonal bins and it makes it very easy to sell. And then finally, you know, if you've got new fancy things this year and you're not going to use your old handbag, the Real makes it so convenient. And the sooner you get rid of those things, the better. So make your piles. And then my final tip is I am an author in my most recent book, Money Matters, that I wrote with the company Rebel Girls. It's about bringing your kids along with you and your financial lessons in your wallet. So have them make piles too. My 9-year-old Toby is going to make her own piles of things that we can sell and donate, but have your kids do it with you.
That's so great. And these apps are making it so easy for us now too.
Totally, so easy.
So what's another way to make the most of our money? And there are certain types of accounts that you say we should be looking to make contributions to.
Okay, so we've got a few days between now and the end of the year, and I want you to make the most of everything you have. So your first tip here is FSA, your flex spending account. There's an amazing website called FSAstore.com where you can use those dollars on anything from allergy meds to sunscreen, and those dollars are use it or lose it. So if you do not use them, they go away. The second thing I want everyone to do is squeeze in your contributions, things like your 401k, your IRA, and your kids' 529 plans. You can do $23,000 into a 401k. You can do $7,000 in 2024 into your IRA, but you only have a few days to do them, so sneak those in.
You've got to maximize the savings
maximize your
as much
savings
as you
right
can.
now. That's
All right,
right.
we do have a viewer question here, and this is from Alfredo. Let's take a look.
I've been really afraid of credit card debt. That's why I use a lot of cash for all my spendings. And I've been wanting to really build my credit score for next year. What should I do?
It's a great question, right? How do you build up your credit score?
So credit scores are incredibly important. This is a wonderful question. I love a website called KovoCredit.com. That's K-O-V-O credit.com. It allows you, without taking out debt, to make small payments monthly, and it reports into all 3 bureaus so that you can build your credit score. Kovo Credit, everyone should be using it for your credit.
Excellent. Okay, we're looking to the new year. Everybody has resolutions. So how do we look to build our financial success in 2025?
Wonderful. I love a new year, new you. So 3 tips here. The first is I want you to get ahead of those contributions that we just discussed. Don't sneak them in the last end of the year. In fact, the sooner you do things like contribute to your 401k and your IRA, you actually get a full extra year of growth. So do those sooner. And I love to automate those contributions. And I love websites like public.com and Acorns to make those easy. My second big tip, which I love, is time is money. And in 2025, with all of the incredible AI advancements, think about ways to save time. And I love this company called Duckbill. It's duckbill.com. It's an automated AI assistant, and it's designed for busy working parents like us. And it can do everything from make all your doctor's appointments, all your reservations, plan birthday parties.
Really?
It can return gifts, it can cancel subscriptions, and it can save on average 10 to 15 hours per week for people. So start thinking about time as money and try Duckbill. And then my final goal for everybody is to get ahead of healthcare expenses. More than 50% of people have a sizable unplanned healthcare expense that may not even be accurate. And so I want everybody to think about a company called Sheer Health. That's S-H-E-E-R, Sheer Health. Not only does it let you play offense as a mom of 3, it lets you look at your appointments in advance, get a sense of what you're going to be charged, and then when you get the bill, you can upload it, and it will make sure your bill is correct and save you tons of money.
It's so difficult to just make sense of these bills sometimes.
Exactly.
Like, well, what is this and what's that? Exactly. Alexa, thank you so much.
I'm
we
so
truly
honored to be
appreciate
here.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Dani Beckstrom in for Ginger this morning. Good morning once again.
Hey, thanks, Whit. Today marks 20 years since one of the deadliest natural disasters in history, the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami that struck countries throughout Southeast Asia with waves up to 100 feet high and no warning. The new National Geographic docuseries Tsunami Race Against Time provides a minute-by-minute account of the disaster and includes some video stories never before seen or heard. Tsunami Race Against Time is now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.
All right, the new year is just days away, and for many that means dry January. But leaving alcohol behind is not just for January anymore. And one trend that caught our attention this year is sober vacations.
Ooh.
All right, Morgan Norwood has more on this story.
Some might think taking a vacation means relaxing on a beach with cocktails, but now there's a growing trend to ditch the adult beverage.
We saw dry January, we saw sober October, and now we're seeing what we're calling dry tripping.
According to Hotels.com, more than 40% of travelers said they were likely to book a detox trip in 2024.
74% of Gen Zers say they are looking for sober options when they travel.
I'm looking for, are there places that I can be active, whether going for walks, hikes? Will this place be able to fit my lifestyle goals?
Experts say it's important to consider excursions and your overall comfort level with alcohol before booking.
If I could do things over, I probably wouldn't go to an all-inclusive resort again.
We leave tomorrow on a cruise. My husband bought the drink package. I did not.
The consensus among these sober travelers? Dry vacations are worth the extra planning.
One of the biggest perks of being sober on vacation was definitely the time that I spent with my teenagers.
When I was in Cabo, I got up super early before everybody else and was walking around and was able to see just this amazing sunrise over the beach. It was stunning.
So raise your mocktails and cheers to the new and improved R&R. For Good Morning America, Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And some of these mocktails are so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, coming up, our winter wellness guide, Dr. Kameelah Phillips, is right here with ways to boost your mental and physical health in the months ahead. Stick around, you're watching GMA.
And welcome back to GMA. The countdown to 2025 is on, and the fun of the holiday festivities can sometimes come with an impact on our health. So joining us this morning with tips on how to feel our best during the winter months is Dr. Kameelah Phillips. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's great to have you.
Welcome.
So there's so much temptation with all the sweets and the drinks and this and stuff, and it can take a toll on our bodies. So what are some foods that can give our immune system a bit of a boost?
Yes. So the first I recommend to patients is ginger. Ginger gets really overlooked, but it has to be fresh.
Okay.
Ginger is packed with antioxidants that support a healthy immune system. So we got ginger here. The next is green tea, probably the most consumed beverage. Yes, you're right. He's onto something, right? So there are so many compounds, upwards of 600 in green tea that help support a healthy immune system. One in particular, EGCC, is being researched for its ability to help cells repair themselves. So he's kind of right.
My cells are repairing.
All the time. He's kind of right. The next are oats. We forget that oats are a superfood. Oats have zinc, iron, selenium, all the things that are needed to help support a healthy immune system. And the fiber in oats matches really well with your gut flora. Happy gut, happy immune system. We are learning so much about how the gut impacts your immune system. You can't go without oats this winter.
I have a quick question before we move on to yogurt. Oats, does it matter? Steel cut or quick oats, instant oats?
You want the whole oats.
Okay.
So steel cut, whole oats, not anything that's like instant, because you want it as natural and whole as possible.
Good to know.
Yeah.
And then yogurt.
We love whole foods. So yogurt is really interesting, and we're talking Greek yogurt, right? Not anything with too much sugar or additives. There are studies that show that people who have more yogurt have lower rates of inflammatory markers in their body. Yeah, so this really should be on your grocery list right now.
Okay, all of this is
all
so
of these
good.
things. Yeah.
Okay, so I personally love it when it gets darker outside a little early, but I know. Like a lot of people don't love this, and a lot of people struggle with this mentally, physically. A lot of things are going on. So what do you think we should be doing?
Yeah, so winter is hard. It's hard for me, especially coming from California. So I think about the three things. The first is sun. Sun is really helpful, so sun therapy, going out intentionally when it's light outside. Make sure you have on your sunscreen, but getting outside. Changing the lights in your home might also be helpful. Right. Most of us are warm lighting people. Maybe we go a little brighter. Okay. Oh. The other is to socialize. We are social people. We need each other, right? Yes. So being isolated compounds your bad mood, so make sure you're intentional about friends and family. The other is vitamin D supplementation. We are all probably low on our vitamin D. We need vitamin D to make a happy neurotransmitter called serotonin. Right? So vitamin D helps you make your serotonin, helps you feel better.
Yeah. And make sure you match that with vitamin K.
Yes.
See, I know myself. I'll join your practice.
I love it. We're hiring. And then finally, being really intentional about diet and exercise. What did we have this morning? A cinnamon roll. So those carb highs and then crashes aren't great for your mood. So we want to be intentional about our diet and exercise.
And so the exercise, because that part can be, I actually told these guys last week, thanks for including me in the group chat when they're broing out about working out, because it inspired me to work out. How can we inspire ourselves to get movement?
Yes, I think we need to have a low bar sometimes. We're going to come over to the chair, especially when it's hard to get outside. Most of us at home. You want to demonstrate?
Step right up.
So most of us at home can do squats. So this is great. Even if you
squats.
Yeah, we're squatting. So even with injuries, we can squat. Okay, nice. You can use your chair for squats. Love it.
That's a variation that
a variation.
You may or may not want to try at all.
Household items like a can, right, for arm lifts. And even this small movement, if you have injuries, you're gonna burn. You're gonna burn. There you go.
Items, there you go.
There we go.
There we go. No, so we're multitasking now. Love that. Love that. The other thing is put on a backpack. Put some weights in that backpack. If you're cleaning your house, that can serve as like a weighted unit, right? And then I would say finally, can we cue some music? There is nothing.
Someone's gonna dance with me, right?
There is nothing that 40 minutes of Beyonce. Right? So you're.
Wait, you want to do your
I'm trying
worm?
to hear what the song is right
it's
now.
very low.
We got it.
Take my word for it. There's music.
40 minutes. 5 at least times. Get your family involved.
Sure.
So this is improving your mood.
Come on,
Getting your cardio together.
Oh,
yes.
Is it time for commercial? It is definitely time for commercial. Doctor, thank you, and we will be right back. Please go to commercial now.
Dani, tell us about the ball and that 5.
I'd rate it 5 stars.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to make it my entire personality that I touched the crystal ball.
I am 5'5".
I am 5'5", so I was just the perfect person for this assignment. It was so fun, and now I'm finally thawing out.
You rocked it. You rocked it.
High
Thank
five.
you. High five. Oh, we just did a high five. Have a great day. High five to you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.